guys are all already used to being here, right? You guys already are feeling at home here on Talk and Talk. You've participated on immersions before, but just to remember here how it's gonna happen, the conversation. Okay, we are going to have a conversation. This is not a class. I'm a teacher, but I'm almost retiring. If you guys watch here on Talk and Talk, I'm not giving many classes anymore, much just on YouTube. So I'm almost retiring as a teacher. So I'm here just as a friend for you guys to have a conversation with. Okay, so we're not going to teach you guys anything. I'm not going to correct you. This is rule number 2. We don't correct each other in here. This is a free space for us to make mistakes and work on our English, on our French, Spanish, and connect to other people, communicate, and live the journey of the learning. Okay. And number 3 is that we're going to be respectful to one another. If Gabriel and Michele love banana and Bruno and Vinicius hate banana and I only eat bananas with chocolate, there's no need for us to fight here. We can expose our opinions in a polite way. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay. That's about it. We're not going to divide rooms because we're only 5 people in here today. I'm going to get the questions right now and I'm going to post them in the chat. And I'm going to start by asking you guys to introduce yourselves. All right. So let's start with Vini. Would you introduce yourself to us, please?
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vinicius, was born in Avaré. A long time I didn't go in there, in fact, but it's a beautiful city in São Paulo State. I'm living in Curitiba right now. It's a sunny day. It's a little bit different, but it's okay. I work with IT for 10 or more years. I forgot the time already. I'm married, no kids, no pets. I live in a small apartment, so no space, just me and my wife. I like to read, play video game. I guess that's it.
That's great. So see, it's difficult. Every time you have to say, you have to remember how many years you've been working with IT. So you should create an automation for this.
Yes. I worked so much time with IT that I forgot when I started. But you know, I just forgot that date because I could be, I don't know, maybe selling something the beach or being happy with another thing, but it's okay.
I think it's just part of life. But you know how people want to automate everything nowadays? Oh, we should create an automation for these and an automation for that. You should create an automation to keep track of how long you've been working with IT. Let's go, Vinny. Thank you, Mr. And I'm pretty sure one day you're going to be on the beach selling your art.
Hope so.
Great. What about Michele? Would you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hi, my name is Michele. Sorry, I'm not feeling well today. I don't know, maybe some disease, but I'm here because I need to improve my English, and I really enjoy this class in the Fridays. I changed my computer, so it's not okay now. I mean, install the apps and these things. But I'm Shelley. I'm 30 years old. I live in Rio. I live by myself. I'm not have pets, just my family. I love books. I love to stay home. I'm not like so much going out sometimes, but I love stay at home. And that's it.
That's nice. It's nice. I can relate to that. I am not a big fan of going out. It's nice, but it's so good to stay at home, right?
Yes, so good.
That's great. I'm so sorry that you're not feeling well today. And if you need anything, just let us know. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Now, what about Mr. Bruno? Would you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hello, my name is Bruno. I am 28 years old. I am from Porto Alegre, and I am at my job right now, and I am doing my lunch break lunch, and I am enjoying it to do this class, and I like to do some exercises, and I like to cook too, and I think that's it for all.
That's really great. Happy that you're enjoying being here with us. And sorry.
No problem.
Okay. Let me ask, what did you have for lunch? You had lunch before the immersion, so you're probably full right now. It's just like Vinicius. What did you have for lunch?
At how can I say at here is right.
In here.
In the at my job has a restaurant, and I eat a salad, carrot salad. It's a good lunch. Chicken fricassee, you know,
Nice.
and risotto. It's it's a good lunch.
Perfect. That's really good. That's
But
really good.
but
Good lunch.
for my sadness, the dessert is not good. It's banana with chocolate. How can I say? Chocolate em pó, achocolatado. I really don't know this word.
But like with the milk or without the milk?
Without milk.
Just like banana and chocolate.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's different.
It's not bad, but not make sense, I think.
Yeah. If it were like bananas with condensed milk, maybe it would make more sense, you know.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure it was a nutritionist wanting to make you guys healthy.
Yes.
It was not, it was well intended, you know. Good.
Yes, I hope so too.
Perfect. Now I'm gonna drink a little bit of water while our hydrated friend introduces himself.
It's very good for our life, water. I never drink water of all my days, so I need to buy a bottle of water to me begin to continue with to begin to drink water, because man, I don't have a good habits.
I feel you, me neither. If you don't have the bottle by your side, you forget, right? You don't drink water.
Exactly, man, exactly. Okay. Hi, folks. I'm Gabriel Quirino. I live in a small town in South Santa Catarina called Morro da Fumaça. Almost close Bruno, because I think it's 2-3 hours driving until Porto Alegre. If I'm not mistaken, Bruno is it's Porto Alegre. And I cheer to my team Criciúma. I think Bruno maybe if you like football, cheer to Colorado or Grêmio.
Colorado. You are right.
Yeah. Usually one of these two teams, the people in Rio Grande do Sul cheer. And I work as a fireman. I'm fireman. I work as a firefighter. I have a second job in my rest day with a matching operator, as a matching operator in a sand mineration in a business family, my father's company. I graduated in human resource. I'm married. I'm 25 years old, and I have a mustache. That's it about me.
Yes, you're rocking the new mustache. That's good.
A little mustache, but it's a mustache.
Oh, it looks good. It looks good. And
respectful mustache.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's difficult, guys. It's difficult to have a mustache and look good. I had a mustache only once when I was around, like, I guess 17. And my beard wasn't growing so well. It's still not completely grown, but back then it was horrible. So I decided to shave the entire beard and leave only the mustache. My family called me Pablo Escobar for a month.
I had the same problem. My how can I say barb in English?
Your beard.
Beard not almost, and every time it not grow up. I don't know, all my face, maybe here and here. It's very good.
I feel you. I feel you. Now we can choose to try to carry the beard and things like that. The mustache, but it doesn't look good on everybody, only a few people. And or the goatee, run it down in Junior style, you know. No, but it's looking quite good. It's nice. Perfect, guys. So now that we've done the introductions, we're gonna get into the topic. Okay, so Michelle got here after we started the video, so she got the start of the explanation of what is emotional labor. So, but do you know, Michelle, what is emotional labor?
I think that I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's about emotions in the workplace or working with your emotions. I don't know, but
The first option, yeah.
okay. I know, but more than I want.
More than it would be healthy, right?
Yes, exactly. Important.
Oh, yes, exactly. So, like, actually, instead of explaining, I'm gonna ask the other guys too. You know, from what you guys saw in the video, Bruno, what do you understand as emotional labor?
It's when the person work with profession who it's brings some risk, I think, like a police officer or firemen. I think that's it. Nurses are how can I say, medical doctors. When they are short deadlines or some risks, I think.
Yes, right around this corner. Yeah, very good. And what about you, Vinicius? What did you understand as emotional labor?
I agree with what Bruno said before. It's something like when you can't use your real emotions at your job, you know. But I confess I was watching what is emotional labor before the class because I never heard about that. So I was looking for, and it's something kind of invisible job as well, you know, like it's not, you're not paid for that, but it's kind of invisible job organization or something like that. And I see that stuff affects more women's in jobs. So but it's the first time that I heard this about this topic.
Yeah, it's the first. I've only heard about it recently, actually last year as well. And I was just watching videos on YouTube and I found out about it. So it was really interesting because, yeah, it's something that people mostly don't pay attention. We always complain about it, but we usually don't pay attention to it. So it's interesting. So, what about you, Gabriel? What did you understand as emotional labor from the video?
Well, anything. I will try talking about this topic but I don't have a lot of properties talking about it, but maybe I think it's interconnected. The talking about maybe the big company, inside the company there are a lot of people. I understand this like this. Maybe you work together with a bad people, these people argue with you. I think it, and you stay angry, keep angry with the people, with the person, sorry, with the person, and maybe this affect totally your side, your feelings. Maybe I think your job won't be good, and your actions inside the company, maybe you will produce less, and I think that's it. Maybe I could say talking maybe if my wife working as a secretary in a company connection, internet connection, and she she complained to me all day, every day. This, oh, today there was a person to argue to me because connection, because I don't know, because a problem in your device. But I don't. She never have a guilt, fault, culpa. I don't know,
Guilt, yeah.
guilt. She never had has a guilt, because usually it's a problem of the company itself, and I think it's affected directly my wife, because it's I think it's emotional labor as well. And there is the same thing Bruno and Vinicius say, talking about you have a emotional inside your 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 company, like nurse, like fireman, and have it's emotional labor as well. I think that's it. I don't know if I say the correct, but I tried.
No, good, 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 good. Good example as well. Perfect, guys. And Michele, who started, and I think you're already a little bit situated as well on this, Michele. So what do you understand as emotional labor? We can listen.
Sorry.
No, we can. Yeah.
Better? Okay. I think it's, as Gabriel and Bruno told, it's about to deal with stressful situations and persons too. And do you need to deal with stress, frustrations, a miss of respect, and there is nobody can help us. I don't know, but sometimes human resources helps pouco, a few, and I agree that it affects more women because I don't know. I really want to listen your opinions, because I think men's and women's deal with jobs in a different way, but maybe women be more perfectionist, feel more guilt about the demands, and feel more pressure of this place, in my opinion.
That's an amazing question. So, guys, what do you think? Let's see here. Who started again? I don't remember. Okay, Gabriel's with the microphone open.
I wasn't here. I need make a make a the number 2.
No, Michelle's question, because about Michelle, could you repeat the question, please?
I told that I think women and men deal with jobs and situations in the jobs on a different ways, and I agree with you that Vinicius, I think Vinicius said women suffer more than men with emotional labor.
I got it. Yeah, I totally agree. Maybe it's a good point, but I could say about my job, because I work with women's in my job, and talking about Vinicius and Bruno said about a nurse, about fireman, because we answer a lot of calls, and we, how can I say, catch, I could say, catch kids, we catch person, people that passed away, and usually the women that I work at suffer more, because talking more about this occurrence after this occurrence, and maybe the men that I work with, maybe, oh, okay, I try to do my better. I think talking about my job, and maybe inside the company, I think it's a good point as well, because maybe unfortunately it's came a long time ago. The culture in general have the woman like how can I say, a sexo frágil. Sorry, I don't have this word in English, but it's not true. Isn't true. It's nowadays it's similar, women and men, but unfortunately, man, you have a woman in a company, man, came a man and screen with you, but if this person to be a man, maybe only a talk, only a conversation. I think it's unfortunately it's happened a lot inside the company, because I work in a big company last 3 years ago. No, not 3 years ago. No, 9 years ago. I don't know if you understand my point of view, but I think that's it.
Good, very good, good. Amazing. I want to say some things about that as well, but I'm gonna ask you guys first. So, what do you think, Vinny?
Um, I think the answer is simple. Our society is like a patriarchal society, So it's simple. Women suffer more. Um, normally earn less money than men and have some activities they want paid for that, like organization or that stuff. And it's kind of a pressure for the society that women need to be organized and that stuff. So it's all bullshit for me, it's not good. And I don't know how solve this problem. For me, it's a kind of problem. But yeah, it's happen all the time. It's it begins when in an interview the person asks for the women, for example, if the person has a son, when the son is sick, who will solve the problem with the son, and for men never ask him that question, for example. So it's not a just society, and unfortunately women suffer a lot more. I see my wife suffer every day these problems. It's kind of an important topic that we can discuss more.
It really is. If we go in this line of conversation, we can stay here until the end. It's like,
Yes,
there's
yes.
a lot to be said about it.
Yes, yes, like you said, it's a bit sad because uh, the person don't see this like a problem. It's, oh, okay, don't affect me, so it's not a problem. But it's kind, like I said, my wife is a developer as well, and she has the same job as me, but she needs to study a lot of more and earn less money than me, and she's really better, much better than me. So it's not a fair word, in fact.
It's quite complicated, right? Righty. What do you say, Bruno? Do you about that kind of thing? Like, women do have to deal with more emotional labor.
Yes, well, I think I agree with you all, and it's a tough topic because, uh, like it, like Vinicius said, it's I'm not sure how we can solve these issues, but by the way, it occurred on Big Brother yesterday. Kind of kind of this topic. How can I say machista? I'm not sure about this word.
There is a word for this. I think it's chauvinistic or something like that. Let me just take a look in here. But go on. We understand.
Well, like Vinicius said, it's society problem, and I agree. It's a really hard problem. So that's it. It's a sad problem, I think, because women don't have how can I say that, tranquilidade, because men's can be uh, I think it's a tough question to explain in Portuguese, but in English it's more difficult. But that's it. That's it.
All right, I understand. Yeah, but this is the word, the expression for it. Male chauvinist. That's how
I
I can
found
say it.
it in the translator as well. It's very stranger.
It's weird, right? In English. That's why they usually use more like patriarchy, patriarchal, this kind of stuff in English. But yeah. The thing is, when we're talking about emotional labor, like, because as you guys said, emotional labor is this part of, we all have to work. A few people have to work at home. And when you work at home, you have the privilege of not having to deal with bullshit. It's great, you know. Of course, you do calls, you talk to clients, and in these moments, you have to exert some emotional work in there. But most of the time, you don't. Now, when we're talking about people like nurses, doctors, people who work in supermarkets, who work in restaurants, police officers, firefighters, people who usually work in the service area, they have to deal with clients, with customers, and with people all the time. And the thing is, when you have to do that, people expect you to be nice, to be sympathetic, to be polite, to be happy, to be in your best mood. And we're not like this every day, but people expect us to act this way. The company expects us to walk this way, so we have to act this way. We have to be happy, even on the days you're sad, and the days you're sick, and the days you're not feeling like it, you know. And you have to adapt all the time. You're emotional to meet the emotion of the other person. The problem with women, and like, it's not the women is the problem, but the problem with women in this topic is that women have to perform emotional labor all the time, in all positions, even when they're not working with customers or clients, you know. So because usually women's feelings are what is the word for it, unvalidated, you know, because if I am tired, it's because I worked the entire day. I'm a man. If a woman is tired, it is because of hormones, because of the period, it's because of everything, not because she worked the entire day, you know, like I did. So this emotional labor, unfortunately, for women is required not only in the service area, but in a lot of other areas. And that's really an issue, and is more exacerbated, you know. So like, I can be angry and I have the right to be angry, but Michelle doesn't. If she's angry, it's not because the client was unpolite, it's because she's in a bad mood today because of her hormones, because of the child at home. So that kind of invalidation is what makes women perform a lot more emotional labor than men, and it's quite difficult. Alrighty.
It's very strange because we are pressured for emotional labor, but we suffer much more disrespectful invalidation and like other things. So why we have it to emotional intelligence if we are being disrespected? I don't know. So many times I participated in meetings that men talk about my projects as like or projects, and I'm angry. Of course, I'm really angry. And in the end of the meeting, you have to more emotional intelligence. You have to smile more. Oh, okay, I'm smile when I go out to this place like that.
Like, you want me to smile? Yeah, give me a knife. I will smile a lot. Like, I'll smile a lot. Exactly. So that's quite difficult. And there's a whole structural societal bias in that thing that's really difficult to break. So it's quite complicated. And that's something interesting for question number 2, because every day when you get home, you think about, oh my God, I'm so tired. That client was so difficult. That person was so difficult to talk to. My co-workers, I have to pretend I'm happy and working and that teamwork is perfect. Claudia is a perfect, but she's really nice. Pedro eating my lunch every day. That's on the fridge. No, Pedro, of course, Pedro is such a fun guy. Have you guys ever thought about this before, that you have to perform emotional work and you don't get paid for it? Have you ever thought about it, Michelle? You have to pretend to be happy all the time at work and nobody pays you for it?
No, I haven't thought about this. It's very interesting because there is emotional labor, and we needed to deal with the frustration after the work. So reflects in your relationships, in your learning, everything. So I remember that sometimes I try to study and I can't, because I always thinking about the jobs worries. And yes, we're not paid about that. So it's a very interesting question.
Right, yes, that really is. What about you, Bruno? Have you ever thought about it before? That if a client is angry, you have to smile and nobody's paying you for that.
Well, I was salesperson. I think it's 4 or 5 years ago. And of course, I have to smile for my customers. But never, not always I am really happy. Yeah, so it's really difficult to do that, because you have to, you can show your really emotions. So but the question is, it's I never heard about that, this expression, emotional labor, but it's really interesting, because it's really difficult, I think. And when you go apply to a job, you try to show it, you have emotional intelligence, I think. And I think it's kind of similar, I think. But I'm not sure. I am not sure if I answered the questions, the right question. But that's it.
No, yeah, that's interesting. And that's something, guys, that's really important. Some people think it's annoying when people on job interviews question about the cultural fit, the work environment and everything. But that's what's going to influence on your daily life on the company at work, you know? That's what you're going to influence if you're gonna be on a shitty environment, pretending to be happy the entire day, or if you're going to be in an environment where people support each other, they all understand the challenges each other are facing on the job. So that's important. And I'm remembering Michelle was on a conversation we had, I think, a few weeks ago. We talked a lot about this, about the job environment and the cultural fit and everything. It was great. Now, what about you, Gabriel? Have you ever thought about this, about emotional labor before?
I with two my colleagues talking, I remember I worked for a year, if I'm not mistaken, in a paint store with balconies. I don't know, cellar maybe, and I had to pretend a lot of time to be a good person, to be happy. Oh, good to see you, but actually I hated to see this person because person it's very, how can I say, I don't know, very doesn't polite. A lot of time he talking curse words maybe. I remember when I beginning to started to work at this company, this same person uh, maybe arguing to me, oh, you need to be so fast because, oh man, I started today. I don't know a lot of things about this job. No, no, but I need to do things a lot of fast. Oh, okay, no problem. But you need to pretend internally because you don't have boss. You have a worker. Uh, but in talking about December 2, I was I need to handle with the thing every day with my job because sometimes we answer persons with depression and we need to talk with the person and we need to, how can I say, give a good words to people, and I think it's totally interconnected with my job.
Yes, very good. That's something. You're not the best. It's great. Yeah, and it creates so many situations. Like we have to attend the girl. Maybe the person is not feeling well. The person is not feeling very fine, and you're trying to do your job well, you know. And then
Yeah, I think it isn't like math less with less, not more, not more. If you if you isn't good and this person isn't good, well, someone need to be good, but the same you isn't good, you to need to uh, demonstrate. I don't know. You need to.
yes, and that shows how much human interactions are complex. Right now, I might be smiling here to you guys and having a nice conversation, but maybe I'm pissed off. I didn't want to be here. Maybe Michelle right now, is happy, very, very happy, but she's not feeling very well. She's maybe a bit sick today, so it's difficult for us to know. But she's very happy. She got 10,000 reais, you know. You know, maybe Bruno right now, he's just had lunch. He might be feeling very sleepy because of it. And he must be getting to a lot of problems at work, a lot of things he has to fix after this conversation. But everyone here is making an emotional effort to be in a nice place, to have a good conversation, you know. So human interaction is so complex. It's not only about me, it's about you. And the way I feel is different. The thing I show you and the thing you're showing me is different the way you're really feeling. It's crazy. Vini, you have to go. Here.
Just a quick comment. When you have physical effort, you can to go sleep, and tomorrow is a new day. And when you have emotional effort, you can't turn off that, and that's really difficult to deal with it, you know.
Yeah, I got it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, point. Sorry to interrupt. Talking about you said secretary that to attend a lot of people. Maybe my wife, for example, she said to me every time the company have a service channel. If I'm not mistaken, this person sent message and the first time a robot answer and after a person to continue this chat, and a lot of time persons talking with the secretaries that, oh, a curse word, a bad things, when a big curse words, very, and but when when this person came in the I don't know, the room where my wife works, face to face, it's a totally different person, and it's a very polite person, because I don't know, maybe afraid to talk face to face this that curse words. That's it.
Yes, I think that social medias and WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, don't know. I don't know. I forgot the name of I forgot the word, but the increase of the disrespectful and impolite and misunderstood between people, because I fight a lot with my ex on WhatsApp, but in the face to face, no. And
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
talking with you with WhatsApp anymore, just face to face.
It's a totally different person. It's a polite person. It's a good person. Oh, good morning. So I talking with you yesterday. Do you remember?
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
I prefer to talk face to face. Sometimes I prefer not to talk.
Yeah.
I understand you. I am terrible speaking on online. I have a trouble, which is now I don't go out very much, and I'm not a person that's very comfortable with. I think my internet is failing. My connection's breaking. Can you guys understand me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So I'm a person that doesn't go out very often, and I'm not very comfortable with just like seeing a person in a bar or in a party and going to talk to the person. So usually I only meet people online, and I'm not very good talking online to people. I don't feel very comfortable. So when I talk online to people, it's kind of weird. When I used to go to school and go to church and participate in activities and work outside and talk to people in places, I had crushes, I had things to do and everything. But it's so hard to start a relationship on the internet for me because I am a completely different person online. You know, when I communicate with people face to face, it's so much easier.
I think I'm not exist online because I have much preguiça. I don't know. I hate interactions. For me, it's very difficult, especially using WhatsApp. I don't know, because I feel very anxious, and I prefer not to use. I'm not existing online mood, or if we have a metaverse, I don't know. I'm not existing. Sorry, guys.
Oh my, so you guys know what we have to do. We have to fight against metaverse so Michelle doesn't cease existing.
I was born in a wrong decade back, I don't know, in a wrong time.
I feel you, me too. Me too. Oh my God. All right, you guys, look, I know we all have to go to work, maybe it's already 2. Can we continue the topic next week?
Yeah, it's a good talk, man.
Please, please.
All righty. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit about how we behave when we were talking to workers and how can we make emotional labor be paid. That's something interesting. Can it really be paid? How to metric. I don't know how to say the word. I don't say that. That. Anyway, we're going to discuss a little bit about it. So hope to see you guys here next week. I'm going to leave here in the chat the link for the feedback of this immersion. Domo arigato. Thank you all for coming. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend.
Thanks, man. And remember, drink water.
Drink water.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you, hydrated people.
See you again.
Peace.